Warning, it is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions and the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Pop-In that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You've been warned, so if you decide to listen, then don't complain like a fucker.
If death were to come down to you and challenge you to a game for your soul, what game would you pick? Preferably a board game, but you can answer however you'd like. We'll return to this.
Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle. Coming today like Lyn Dub, Justin Richardson, the Ginger Cocksmen, Brad Richardson, and Lasmesh, Liam Reese. You can find all our content and all our stuff on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can add us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And we got 4 words for you. Please like and subscribe. Lyn Dub, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good.
Good. Doing great. Glad to hear. Ginger Cocksmen, how you doing, babe?
It's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Good. Love hearing it. Lasmeeshma, how you doing, babe?
Dude, I'm great. Feeling good, man. Feeling better.
Very nice. All right. Well, this is the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Poppin'. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right, let's talk about it. So, special guest today is the one and only Ginger Cocksmen, Brad Richardson. I don't know if we've done this before, but have someone on directly after their episode airs to talk about it. So, really excited. So, we had the Brad Richardson episode air this week. Couple of stories on there I kind of forgot about. Victorino. So really excited to get into that. But yeah, no, I thought it was a great show. Really good stuff. We kind of, dude, I know we haven't said this in a while, but our mantra is still ice cream. You know what I'm saying? We view entertainment like ice cream, not just one good flavor of ice cream, not just one good form of entertainment. We got kind of informative and emotional when we were talking about like our childhoods and the different things with the parents and all that stuff. Like, I think it went really, really well. And, the kind of stuff we went over, I thought was great. But Lasmesh, what do you think about the Brad Richardson, Ginger Cocksmen episode?
So I've known Brad for a while, and
yeah,
I was really excited to watch that one, and I learned stuff I didn't know about him. Like, honestly, I had no idea he graduated like from Souderton. And I didn't know he worked at Roy Lomas. Like, I have cousins and friends and stuff that work there. And, so I learned stuff about a friend. And like, I mean, me and Brad got history. Like, there was probably, what would you say, Brad? Like a good 3-4 years where we hung out. Like
every weekend.
Pretty regularly, you know what I mean? Like, we ran with the same people, went to the same bars. Yeah, all the same parties for almost every night,
Yeah.
Like, there was some fun years there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I love the combination of like when you're coming up, there's a definite like age gap in the groups. You know what I mean? Like, you got your older kids and maybe they're only 2 years older. Then you got your younger kids that, sometimes they could hang, sometimes they couldn't, kind of thing. Then you had like your age group of friends. But, after you graduate high school and everyone's drinking together, that age shit kind of goes out the window, and it's just like, all right, you're from here, we're hanging together. You know what I mean? So you kind of all become like one established crew. I fucking love that. That's what, when Shake was on the show, that's kind of how I felt. Like, he was younger than us and he could hang, but like, I wasn't going to high school parties with him and stuff. So we didn't start partying together until after, when he was in college, I guess. But yeah, but he was, we would hang out, but he was just out of my age bracket. But yeah, so no, I think that's awesome. Nice, man. Well, good. Yeah, no. What was do you have a part specifically, Liam, that you really enjoyed?
When they were talking about breaking the bed and like the eerie silence, like when you knew you fucked up, and like your parents are like, dude, I experienced that many times, as I'm sure all of us have, and just like talking about when you get too big for like your mom to like scare you anymore, so they're breaking shit over your head and stuff. Like, dude, I've been there and deserved every single. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, I know it's like a different time, and parents don't really do that shit anymore. But whenever I tell that story, I make sure they know, like, every spoon, every broom, every fucking flashlight, it was fucking well deserved. Every single time.
Absolutely. No.
There's
no innocence. What was that, Brad?
Every dog leash if you lived in your house, man.
Yeah. I would say the extension cord was worse than the dog leash.
That thing would.
I would believe that.
That one was brutal.
But I got that.
I mean, but if that was when you were younger. It was worse when you were older. There was one time that my dad had left, right? And like, I've said this plenty of times, and it's true. When he left, the fucking law left with him, right? So like, that's when, honestly, we were all hanging out a lot and be smoking weed and all that stuff in my house. And Alex, my little brother, was still like younger, and he would still like want to be around my dad and stuff a lot. So he would like go over to my dad's place and hang with my stepmom and stuff. And we had all had paintball guns, right? And I remember he went to play like Manhunt or something at Memorial Park, and he was going with like a group of friends, and I got Bach, and I was like, all right, let's go. And we went and we hit at Memorial Park, and when we got there, we shot them all with paintball guns, right? And it was pretty great. And then like, he tells my dad, and my dad fucking lost it, right? And he was just kind of like, angry anyways, but he was like, the whole picking on your brother thing he wasn't happy with. So I remember I was sleeping, me and Tom were sleeping, and if you guys remember the way our bedroom was, it was just 3 mattresses on the floor, right? Like, we had 3 mattresses on the floor, and we had a TV like, in the middle of the room. It was a 12-inch TV VCR combo. Fucking really great, could watch it, really easy to see. But either way,
12-inch, you said?
12-inch TV VCR combination we bought for $150 at Costco. One of the best purchases I ever made in my life.
Quality purchase.
Yeah, but it was a tiny ass TV VCR combo, but it was, it was pretty great. And like, you fucking watch. I was watching like Kevin Smith movies and porn on it. You know what I mean? But either way, I'm sleeping and Tom's sleeping, and I'm woken up with someone kicks the fucking door in, right? And it's my dad, and he has a wiffle ball bat, and he just starts fucking whacking us, and he's like, "Get the fuck up right now! Get the fuck! You want to be fucking tough? Get!" And he starts hitting both of us, and I guess we found this out. He was pissed about 2 things, because we had the paintball gun thing with me and Alex. And then he had found weed in our bedroom, right?
Yeah, that'll do it.
And during the beating, or at a different point?
He had found, like, I guess, I don't know, previously. Yeah, right?
Found out
right, but we weren't there when he found out, so we had to come back and, administer justice. So he's like, "You want to be fucking men? Come on." So he picks us up, drags us down into my basement at my mom's. And if you guys remember, my mom's house, the basement, we had padded walls and like a wrestling mat and like all that stuff for training. And we had boxing gloves, and that's where we would have the Friday night fights. So he goes down there, and because Tom was the oldest, Tom had to go first. So he threw the gloves to Tom, right? And he put on the gloves, right? And he's an all-Army champion, right? You know what I mean? Like, he was pretty fucking good, So, and him and like, he's like, "You want to be fucking tough guy? You think you're a fucking man?" You know what I mean, bro? And he's like, he gave me the timer. He's like, "You're keeping time." I was like, I don't think the time matters, Dad. right?
Yeah.
And he fucking like, I got lucky because he beat the fucking pit. Like he cracked some of Tom's ribs, broke his nose. Like he fucked Tom up pretty good. But then when it was my turn, he was tired. So I was out there, bro. There was one time because I'm like, I guess, he's a grown fucking man. And like, dude, he was lifting all the time and like strong. And I think I just turned 15. Right. So, you know what I mean? Like I was like a kid, and there's legit one time, like I'm there. Right. And like, I'm trying to throw stuff, but really I'm just like, like trying to stay away and kind of, because it's also like, I didn't even want to hit him. You know what I mean? But it's also like, well, I gotta do
old
something.
men are so surprisingly strong. It's a generations of strength and plus, like they didn't have streaming. There's so much anger inside of them.
Oh, dude, so much.
Gives them so much power.
Yeah. So I swear, like there was one time that he hit me and I did a 360 and then fell down. He fucking whacked me so hard. Oh, bro. And then he would end up knocking me unconscious with an uppercut. And that was the end of the round. You know what I mean?
We call that the Pop Duke's death blow.
Yeah, yeah.
In my neighborhood, that's what like me and all my friends would call it. If like an old man or like a dad hits you with one and you're out, that's the Pop Duke's death blow. You got to avoid that.
Who was digging or sending out Pops Duke's death blows?
No, it's like an old head. Like if you got into it with an old head, that's what you have to watch out for.
The Pop Duke's
you might be quicker than them with or whatever, but you can't let them hit you with that Pop Duke's death blow or you're going down.
Dude, that was some real, dude. That is the fucking truth. They have like, so honestly, I've thought of this too. I know we're getting off topic, right? Like, how like, okay, perfect example, Ramsay Bolton, right? You know what I mean? Like from Game of Thrones, how like back in the day in like medieval times and even worse, you hear about these horrible dictators that are like skinning people and beheading people and all this like awful shit because they had money and they were twisted. That's what you get when you don't have online porn, right? And you don't have an avenue for that kind of stuff, right? All our parents were so fucking angry because they don't have an avenue. You know what I mean? Like they're laying in a field looking at clouds, hoping a tit flies by. You know what I'm saying? Like they had nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like maybe we're more laxed because of that, and maybe more willing to explore. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, right? Like, that's, I feel like a lot of maybe murderer psychos are on the shelf because they have an avenue to vent their frustrations. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people take it off the edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Yeah. What'd you say, Brad?
I'm just curious. Like, I'm more concerned about the current trend of pornography now then.
Yeah, that is
with everything being like siblings and MILFs and family. Are we just jacking off trying to get a relationship with our parents?
Is that a thing?
I always thought that was
get the fuck out of here.
I know. No. You're saying incest. The incest genre is what you're referring to.
I fell into my stepsister. Ooh,
I don't think
fucking the laundry.
That's not incest. Stepmom, stepsister. That's not incest. No, if it was like if Dave Billick was a girl and you're banging her because you know it, like you legit or like
that's weird.
That's weird.
Said.
But if you're if
you said it's not cool.
If you're 25 and your dad remarries a fucking, he's an old rich man,
and you see her 4 times a year.
Yeah, no problem with that, dude. If he
she looks
a gold
like
digger, and she looks like fucking Lisa Ann. Or
she looks like Tory Black.
Oh my god, Tory Black,
10 million fucking times.
Yeah,
shout out Tory Black, fan of the show.
Oh, fan of the show, listener of the show, dude. She is. That's a dirty dog right there. That Tory Black, dirty dog. Ooh.
You old rascal, you.
Nice. All right. Well, let's keep it moving then. I mean, we could have a conversation about our favorite porn stars or someone that we found. You know who's a sleeper? I don't know if you know her, Bella Reese. Just saying.
I don't know who that is.
Check her out. You'll like her.
Got the same last.
Yeah.
Could be jacking
name.
Off to a cousin.
Speaking of, how about it? Okay, but yeah, so let's keep it moving. So young Brad Lynn how did you like your episode?
I mean, one of the most handsome, charming, and delusional guests you've ever had.
Handsome
I don't
and
know.
for sure. Yeah.
It's the whole experience is weird. It's weird to hear your own voice.
Tell me
It's
about
weirder
it.
to see your own face.
Sure.
But
is.
I had a great time hanging out with you guys, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I like that we mostly just talked about like once Tom popped on, like I felt like all the synergy just like
Yeah. Kind of
fell
like
right into place.
yeah.
Older brother, younger brother, all our parents are splitting up and hitting us. It was perfect.
Yeah.
A lot in common.
Yeah.
I love sharing those stories. It was fun.
It's the best, dude. The best, dude. The honk story, legit. Like when he
That
was
is
like,
so
Yeah, that was
funny.
good.
dude,
So
that
funny.
that honestly, like for years, we would piss ourselves laughing at that because it was like you have like because I'm in like because you have to remember, right? Like I'm in the car. We had a Ford Expedition, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and there's a cell phone in there. And I can see like the windows like out front of my mom's like by the back door. And my parents are legit standing on the back porch, like fucking in each other's faces, like going fucking nuts. Right. And then I like, dude, the first time I honked, I swear to God, he was going to fucking kill me. I swear to God. Like I remember the look in his face and he was just like I thought I was dead. I thought I was fucking dead. And then when Tom fucking breaks the window, legit it fell like in between them. I was like, ah. So yeah, then I had to go to
That took the heat off of you for a little bit. It's a good older brother.
Little bit until
Little
my
bit.
dad got in the car and remembered that I honked the first time. And he's like, you fucking honk like that again, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. You're not gonna have legs to go to a game 2 or whatever. You know? That was it. But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, when you're an older brother, like I used to love doing shit like that. Like
Oh.
your brother egging you on to like honk just to get like entertained, like watching the younger ones get in trouble.
Yeah.
Dude, we used to have bunk beds, and I would like my brother would be on the bottom bunk, I would be on the top, and I'd be up top saying like, yo, if you don't yell at the top of your lungs, good night, mom, I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna kick your ass, you know? So he'd yell at the top of his lungs, good night, mom. Then she'd like come in and be like, what? So she'd leave like mad. Then I'd do it again. I'd be like, I swear, dude, do it again, or I'm coming down. And he'd do it over and over. Good night, mom. So she comes in, pissed the fuck off at him, dude.
Yeah.
It's like part of being an older brother, dude. Get him to do shit.
So initially, like when we lived at the house, it was just so in our bedroom it was just me and Alex, and then Tom had his own room. But then my uncle got out of jail and lived with us. So then my uncle got Tom's room, and then Tom moved in with me and Alex, right? But prior to that, it was mine and Alex's room, and then Tom had his own room, and our rooms shared a wall, right? So Tom's bed was like against the wall that we shared. So like some nights I would just like bang on the wall to keep him awake, and he would get so fucking mad. And I remember Alex's bed was near the wall, right? And I was like, Alex, this is what we're gonna do. So Alex banged on the wall, and he ran in and he started like beating us up, right? So I was like, good, we got him on the hook. He's fucking mad. So then I put a bunch of tacks by the door, right?
McAllistered him.
I put a bunch of tacks, dude. I put a bunch of tacks, like thumbtacks, like fucking pointer up.
Oh, you're
right. Oh, I'm an asshole. Okay. And I'm like, Alex, fucking hit it as hard as he fucking can, because he's gonna come flying in here, right? And dude, I spread him out. There was like 30 of them, right? Like there was no way he'd have to jump 4 feet to miss this, right? And I left the door open intentionally so the door didn't knock anything over. And Alex fucking bangs on the wall, and he's like, you motherfuckers, comes running in, and then as soon as he says it, and then like falls over, and he's like,
Very
Mom,
nice.
oh my God, Mom. Oh, it was great. It was so fucking great. The shit we did to my sister was worse though, because she was the fucking worst, dude. We would do this thing where it was like, because she was just like a tyrant, you know. She's 13 and I'm 9. Tom was like 11, but there's a huge age gap there between a teenager and like, you know, so we used to do a thing where we would jump her, where I would tackle her legs and hold her legs down, and Tom would tackle her and hold her arms down, and then Alex would get a yardstick and just start fucking whacking her, right? And she's screaming like, "Mom, get him off me, get him off me!" My mom comes over and like grabs us by our hair and lifts us up, and it was worth it. Fucking worth it.
I love the teamwork.
Oh, dude, that's when
that's
when
beautiful.
it's like, yeah,
When the
that's
plan
when you're
comes
like,
together.
yeah. I remember my dad being like, "Look, you shouldn't have done that, but good
I love the
strategy."
work, boys.
Yeah. Way to go.
I
'Cause we
love you
planned it.
going low, Tom. You get the shoot.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yeah.
great swing on the yardstick.
Yeah. He's like,
Boys,
"Great
you make me
technique."
so proud.
Yeah. No, it was good. But yeah. Fucking A, man. Yeah. The good old days. Dude. Could you imagine though
Dog
running
abuse.
into a
Never
room
not
with
funny.
Tax? Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
Dude,
Yeah.
he legit oh man, he was in pain. But all right, so very good. Yeah, no, it was a really, really good showing. I don't know if I'm gonna clip the Victorino story because, well, I don't know. Maybe I will. My wife probably won't like it, but Victorino. But yeah, it's 100% true story, so why not? Lyn Dub. I know you were on the recording, but what did you think about the Ginger Cocksmen episode? You also, if people don't notice, Lyn Dub did B Block on that episode, which was, I mean, you fucking nailed it. You did.
I met that kid a while ago.
Yeah. Not
I
your
just
first
have-
day at the rodeo.
I have a good little I don't think I told this. We our stepmom takes us to the grocery store for the first time. Did I tell this story?
Oh no, please.
I think it was the first time in public our stepmom takes us
Yeah.
to what was that
Redner's.
grocery store? Redner's, was it?
Redner's.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still there.
And it's carts packed, and me and Brad are riding on the sides, each on the right, the left. We're up by the milk. We're coming down the aisle, and we begin rocking it, left and right, heavy. And she's going to get something, and it gets a little aggressive, and we lose it. And she like turns the aisle and comes back to see like the shopping cart tip over. Groceries go fucking everywhere. Her
Yeah.
purse is like on the like where the bread goes, Shit's like flying out of her purse. Like I remember she had to pick up her like feminine hygiene product and was like mortified. And like it's heavy, she's just like having trouble. Like it's got the wheels, so that's a little it's hard to pick up a shopping cart.
Especially with two
Especially-
morons in it.
Yeah. She's a dainty, nice lady, she's not built for picking up shopping carts.
Was this too like at the point your stepmom's like, I want to be friends with these boys. These are nice boys. And then now she's like, these little fucking shits, like, is that where it went?
But like it was that
started
moment
that
where
way.
like you know what I mean, we were having so much fun, and like
Yeah.
as it was happening I was like, oh no, I didn't mean for this to happen.
Hey,
Yeah, when
when
it goes
gets
too
out of
far.
hand, yeah.
But
Dude,
it's
did
a
you-
lifetime of that, and I
Did-
love that dear child.
Oh, did you ever do
You didn't have
this?
to go grocery shopping anymore.
Yeah, there
we
you
are never
go.
allowed to go.
Oh, dude, going grocery shopping as a kid, that was the fucking
Fuck.
worst.
One free piece of
Fuck.
American cheese and one free chocolate chip cookie at Gennardi's every time.
Really?
That's right.
Every
The
time, the
Gennardi's
one on
cookies
Summertown
were
Pike.
So good.
One cookie
Yeah.
and you get a piece of, because they would always cut the, is this good? And you'd be like,
Yeah.
yes, yep.
Yeah.
And then they had a free
Yeah.
cookies.
They don't really
Cookies
do
were
that
banging.
anymore.
We
So
were-
my kid fucking hates the store.
Yeah, we were.
And that's
we were
a shame, man.
Clemens.
I was gonna say that's a shame. That was the high point. Like Gennardi's cookies were banging, and it was
Yeah.
like, all right, mom, would pack us up and be like, I gotta grocery shop, and we're like, oh my god, like, can we do chores instead?
Yeah.
And but then the highlight, like that there used to be like nice bakery ladies, and they'd be like,
Mhm.
hi kids, and
Yeah.
they give you a cookie, you'd be like, hi nice stranger, maybe I'll be polite to society.
Yeah.
Last time I went to the grocery store, I actually went to that Redner's because I live pretty close to it now.
Okay.
It was like maybe 5:30, 5:45 at night, 6 p.m. on a weeknight. Like this isn't crazy. I want to pick up lunch meat. And the guy
Okay.
goes, what do you want? We're closing. And I was like, I'd like a minute to fucking think and like maybe like some semblance of like politeness.
Yeah.
It's like
Wait,
literally
Brad,
like,
where was this?
Redner's
At
in Lansdale.
Redner's.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude.
We're
Red News Deli
done.
can
We're
suck a
closing.
dick.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Tell me. I'm like,
Dude,
yeah,
I
chill
won't
the
even get
fuck
my meat
out. Like,
there
I didn't
anymore.
even-
That
Is
guy's a
that
jerk
bad?
off. That
Really?
guy's a jerk
Just-
off.
Dude, it's like 6 p.m. It's like, dog, like I
Yeah.
got out of work 2 hours ago. I get you
Yep.
want to go home, but I just got home. I just got showered, and now I'm here with you. I'm not
Yeah.
happy either, man.
Yeah.
Like, chill out, slice some meat, and we'll
Yeah.
both part ways.
And give me some Lebanon bologna.
Yeah. Or I don't know.
literally,
You fucking hate it
ordered
so
some
much.
sweet
Quit.
Lebanon.
Dude,
Going-
wait, Liam, he's that much of a prick?
He's an absolute jerk off, dude. They changed the time. First of all, there was like it used to be open till like nighttime. Like you
It was
could walk
24
up until, like,
hours.
7 or 8.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
store is, but the deli department.
Oh,
closes
I
at-
see. Okay.
Now,
It's not
like
at
on a
6 p.m.
weekday, I'm there at like 5:30, and he's like pissed that he has to get me like because like it's getting closing time, and he's got his
Yeah.
stuff like pre-cleaned and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I get it. Like I worked at Primo's, like
We all get it.
Yeah,
got
like,
all
it
the
sucks when
slicers
somebody
cut
walks
off.
in last
Yeah,
minute.
you got
Yeah.
the
I get
slicers
it,
cleaned
too.
off. Someone
Dude,
comes
Name of the
in.
game.
Sorry,
Yeah, but-
you're ready an hour ahead of time, son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
like
Yeah, totally.
what do you want me to say, dude? When I did the same job, if somebody walked in at fucking 5:59 and we closed at 6, guess what, dude? That's your life.
Perfect.
You
Yeah.
literally
I was
signed up for
unhappy,
that. You
but
signed
I
a
did
piece
it.
of paper saying you were going to do that job.
Yeah.
Fucking-
They'll
You
take it
started
out on
in
me.
blood.
Yeah. It's not like you're not getting paid to stay later, So
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
fucking go work somewhere else.
It's the
dude.
same thing at the restaurant industry though. It's like you close at
True.
11 and
True.
a table comes in at 10:45.
Oh,
you're
the
like,
cooks will
Fuck.
fucking slice your throat.
I mean, no one's fucking happy about it, but like you do it.
Yeah. Justin,
Yeah.
what
Like,
were you
all
gonna
right, I'm the
say?
closer.
Just the last thing about deli counters. I go to I forget which grocery store it was, but it's a Saturday and there's 8 people standing there, and I go to grab a ticket, and this woman looks at me. She's like, "We're not doing tickets." I was like, "We're not doing tickets," and I still like continue to go grab one anyway. She's like,
Hell
"We're
yeah.
not doing that," and then another old man's like, "Yeah, they're not doing that." I was like, "Why aren't we doing tickets? Why?" Are you all just going to stand here for 45 minutes when we could continue our shopping and check back periodically? This is madness. And
Yeah.
I just walked away with my ticket.
Rational and convenient.
Yeah.
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 You're taking the
Animals.
whole roll.
You're all animals just standing
You
there.
don't
Like
need
sheep.
these.
Yeah, you're gonna stand here and
And the-
wait for this lady to be like, yeah, all right, you're next.
And the same thing, this guy at Wawa the one day tried to bank line it out of nowhere. He's doing the middle. And I'm like, no. It's Banks. That's it. The only place that gets to do that is Banks. You don't get to pull both aisle moves and see which one moves faster. You
Yeah.
pick a lane and you live and die with your decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You got someone
Some
putting
guy
in
trying
a
to
metering
bank it?
order. Yeah.
You take like an extra wide stance,
Yeah. I'm like, which one you in?
Left
He's
hand
like,
to the right
he's
hand.
like,
It's like, I don't know.
yeah. He's
guilty
like, I'm
of it.
waiting. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Choose
Be a
one.
fucking
Choose
man.
wisely.
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Yeah. Pick one because I'm picking the other, motherfucker.
I hate you.
Shout out to Lansdale Meat Market though, because they're still fucking
Yo.
awesome.
Dude,
The people are
delicious.
nice, and you can still
good.
fucking
does
It's
Carrie still work there?
I don't know who the people are, but
Hmm.
I just go there now, and it was the best decision I ever.
My mom
Yeah,
fucking
1000% with you,
loves
Lyn.
that place. Loves that fucking
Same.
place. You know what
It's
else they
great.
had there that was genius at Lansdale Meat Market? They had meatloaf lunch meat. You ever had it?
Sounds awesome.
No.
Ooh,
I
It's-
would like to.
I'm a massive meatloaf connoisseur. I'll say that. After every fight, my mom would make me meatloaf, and it's the fucking best. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes is a fucking incredible
Banging.
time.
I like that
Incredible.
ketchupy cooked
The ketchup
top.
on the top, yes.
Yep.
Banging. I don't
Cooked
care.
ketchup,
I
baby.
don't care how Caucasian I am. That's just good. It's good
Dude.
old fashioned Burt ketchup.
Dude, I'm telling you, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and some canned peas. Like, is there anything fucking better? Maybe throw some fucking cornbread with it. I mean, come on. But either way, they had meatloaf lunch meat, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. We all call it lunch meat, right? No one's calling it cold cuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
call it
lunch
lunch
meat.
meat.
It's not
Lunch meat.
1940.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Cold cuts.
I remember my cousin being like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Arby's. They got cold cuts," and I was like, "What the fuck is a cold cut?"
Yeah, I think when I was a kid, I think my dad called it cold cuts, but he did in fact smoke crack. So
he was
so fuck cold cuts.
Man, we shout out parenting a lot on this show, man. But Liam, you know what? I wanted to ask you this. So I brought it up on Brad's episode about like having to spank my daughter, right? Do you have to do that? Or have you ever had to do that to Layla?
Yeah. So when she was younger, like every now and then it had to happen.
Yeah.
Now she's 7 and it really doesn't have to get to that point.
Because you're more rational with her, right?
Yeah. You just kind of get on their level and tell them like, hey, if you can't do this, then you also can't do this. So if you can't act this way, then this isn't going to be how it is anymore. You know what I mean? And that seems to work the best for me. Plus, like I'm like a grown man. She's a 7-year-old girl. So like those times would have to be like really extreme. Like you nailed it. Like them run into the street or they try to like I remember she ran out the screen door. Like as fast as I took a piss, I came out, she like made it to the front step. And she was like really little then. And I was like so mad, you know what I mean? And, you give them a pop, but like now at 7 though, dude, I can't even remember the last time that even had to be like, like an option on the table.
Yeah.
I think that's more for when they're like super young and they're just like, you're just getting with the program.
Because it's the same. Like my dog, like not to compare it, but like my dog ate a sandal, and I'm not upset that she ate the sandal. I'm upset that it might like fuck her stomach up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm like, I'm scared that you're gonna hurt yourself. Not that.
In those moments, that absolutely is what. It is.
Like I like smack the sandal against the counter. Like no, like.
Yeah,
and she gets all scared. She's a rescue, and I like feel bad, but I'm like, I don't want you to hurt your tummy.
Yeah, dude. No, dude. Honestly, I have fucking like I wake up and like with heart palpitations when I think about like her near the stairs or her. My worst like the obviously the street and anything like that. Worst nightmare is I have a nightmare we're at a park and she's just not there anymore.
You can't find her.
And I fuck like
that's
that is the scariest fucking thing. Even now, I don't like thinking about it. It's fucking
wait till the first time you're at a store, you're going through the aisles and everything, and then they dip into the clothes and like hide in the like racks of clothes and shit. And you just turn like they're with you for a second, then you turn around, nothing. You're like calling their name, and then you start to like freak out, and then they just like, split the hangers, pop out, and go, like that's hilarious.
I'm beginning to understand why my mom hit me with so many spatulas.
Oh my god,
that was me all the time.
Brad was like, so bad at it, and he would do it like a drunk adult. We would turn around, and my mom would go, "Where's Brad?" And I go, "I swear to God, I just saw him. I don't know."
Dude, I mean, honestly, I guess my mom didn't care. She was just like, I mean, well, back then, I don't know if you had to worry about, you didn't have to worry about the kidnappers as much, I don't think. Now it's like fucking all those people need to start being killed. Like, I can't fucking worry about that anymore. But dude, hiding out in between the clothes racks was the only good thing about going shopping.
So cool.
It was the best. I remember that commercial a couple of years ago where it was like Sunday football commercial where they're hiding in the clothes racks, like watching like adults were, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know what you're talking about.
Dude, back in the day, that was the best. Hiding in the clothes racks. Awesome.
I remember I was at some store about to scare Brad, and the top rack, I like miscalculated and stood up right into it and like smashed myself. And I just sat in there. I didn't come out. I don't think Brad even saw me. And I just sat there. I hate this kid.
Nice. And then I was like, "Hey, Justin, what are you doing?" And he punched me because he hit his own head.
Yeah.
He just hears like bang, fuck. He's like, I'm gonna get hit later for that.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Dude, I remember we had like a tree in the front of my house, and it had like one low branch. And for years, I could just run under the branch and like duck my head. And then one year I'm running by it, and I guess I just didn't duck it and legit like ran into the top middle of my head and like flattened out. And it dude, like I was like, I think I'm fucking dying. Like it hurt so bad. Oh, it was brutal.
hit my
I,
head on a lot of hard walls.
I knew this chick. She lives in an older house, and her door was a eighth of an inch shorter than me. And so visually, I always looked fine, and I'd be over her house, and I'd forget, and it just was enough to like smack your neck into your shoulder, and it'd be like. It would be like a sharp shooting pain, yo. And I'd be like over to hang out, like the first like couple times I saw her, and I'd be like, "Fuck, what the fuck?" Like, just like losing in front of her. You're like, "I want to go home.
Yeah,
I want to go back to the time when it didn't happen."
Yeah. Damn. Ugh. Even yeesh.
Terrible.
Yeah. So nice.
Life's a nightmare.
Yeah, sure is. Well, so like we said, available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. We have the Brad Richardson episode. But coming up next week, we keep the North Wales trend going. We had Sausage, we had Brad, well, even before that, we had Mike Johnson, right? And he's a North Wales guy. We had the Henzo Gracie Roundtable. Like, I don't know, man. Honestly, Liam's is the same. Like, dude, we have been fucking putting dinger after dinger after dinger, right? Like, think about the lineup we put out. Let's just say, well, I guess we had Molly Godfrey. We had, dude, even like Dave Raskob, really good. John Doritos was really good. Molly Godfrey's was fucking great, right? She was awesome. Rare to get a chick on the show, but it was really good. Then we had Eric Zeblum had the 2-parter, which was, it was all right. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of pissed. But then we followed that with Alan Bach's episode, and Alan's episode was fucking great. His show, like his episode was, dude, like I know, like I kind of like categorize episodes by how many clips I get out of them. And I think I got like 12 clips out of Alan's episode. Alan's episode was awesome. And then say Dominic McGinley's episode was really good too. Then we had Mickey Batts. His was another good one, but he didn't promote it.
I liked his a lot.
Yeah, but that fucker didn't promote it, so he didn't get any numbers out of it. Son of a bitch. No. And then after that, we had the Mike Johnson, which was another one. I think it got like, dude, I'm still putting clips out from his episode, and it aired 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like his shit was really good. Then after that, we had the Henzo Gracie Roundtable, which was fucking money. Then we had Sausage, and then we had Young Bradley. And then next week, we have none other than the Lasmeeshma himself, the one and only Liam Reese. Dude, I'm like
William Joseph Reese the fourth.
William, the fourth?
Liam, you're the first person that I realized Liam comes from William.
Yeah,
Never in a million years would I ever guessed that Liam comes from William.
Yeah, it took me a while to put it together as well.
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was born, there was already 2 William Joseph Reese alive at the time, you know?
Oh, wow.
And
that's so cool.
And then there was also like cousins named Billy and stuff. So there was like no like nicknames for William at all were like even available. So they're like just started calling me Liam. So that's okay.
Do you do IV? Like William Joseph Reese IV?
I have to
represent fourth. I guess, is there any other way people write it? Do people write like 4 TH?
Yeah, I do IV. Sometimes on my license it says 4 TH. Sometimes it says that.
Okay.
But usually I just do the Roman numerals.
Dude,
that's trash.
I mean,
no, honestly, like if you had an NFL jersey, you know what I mean, with the fucking 4th, it'd be fire, yo.
Yep. Reese the 4th, yeah.
Fuck
dude,
yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, Liam, I don't know. I don't know if I could see you as a William. You know what I mean? Like you're legit a Liam. You know what I mean? Like you look like a Liam. I'm just saying.
Graham is Graham Diddy.
Yeah.
You should have George Foreman it and made your daughter the 5th.
Yeah. Just named your William Joseph Reese.
Dude, you could have, and then you could have called her Billy, right? That would have worked. Yeah, like kids would
have went over great by the time she was like 12, 13, 14.
Why am I named William?
I'm sure she loved me for that.
Yeah.
A girl
it's
named
like
William.
Reverse of a boy named Sue. Yeah. A man named Kim. Nice. All right, nice. So yeah, dude, honestly, Liam, yours, I remember like even editing it, I was like, this one's pretty fucking good. And there's I'm excited to hear what people's thoughts are on me and Tom's argument in that episode. There's a big argument that we'll talk about. Justin obviously doesn't remember because he doesn't remember the fucking show we recorded last night. But no, there's an argument in there that I feel very strongly about, and Tom's a fucking moron and he doesn't know what he's talking about. So yeah, so excited to hear the feedback on all social media platforms.
People eating healthy.
Yeah,
People
Yep.
eating
you
healthy. Yeah, I got it. I remember.
you motherfucker. Yeah, so
I
essentially
don't
you got
remember who was on last night.
Attaboy, Justin.
it. You don't remember? You have a friend with the same name.
Oh yeah. I like that guy.
He was
Hell
also
of a butt chin. Good guy.
great butt chin. Great butt
Strong
Hell of
butt
a
chin,
butt
man.
chin.
That's a
Dude,
good
Strong
feature.
endorsement.
You don't see that a lot. It's a strong
No.
feature. You see like
Dude.
the widow's peak.
Yeah.
M. Bison, a good butt chin guy,
And
right?
Bison,
Bison
is that
have
what
a
you
butt
said?
chin? Yeah.
I don't
M.
know
Bison
that.
known for the butt
I
chin.
remember
Hell
Kurt,
yeah.
Kurt
Hell
Douglas had a
yeah.
hell of a butt chin. One of the best.
Douglas.
Kurt Douglas, he was the original Spartacus. He's an old actor.
Hey,
Yeah.
Is that-
He-
Michael Douglas is.
That's
Michael
what I
Douglas'
was gonna say.
father.
Is his dad?
yeah. He was also a state champion wrestler in Iowa.
Hell yeah. Look
Get
at
the
that.
hell out of
Nice.
here.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you, he was like one of the original action stars, right? Like if you look at his resume in movies, he played a boxer, right? And I think the movie's called maybe it's called The Champ. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the movie was called, but he played a boxer, right? Then he also played Spartacus in fucking one of the best movies ever. And then he also played a Viking in the movie The Vikings, which is like there's the soundtrack to the movie The Vikings. The end scene, they have a Viking funeral, and the soundtrack, dude, it'll blow you away. It's like a choir and a full orchestra. The way they did it back then, it was awesome. But have you guys ever seen the movie Spartacus, the old movie?
I just know.
I've seen like clips of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
I
seen,
can
like,
picture
parts
it.
of it.
Do you know the famous scene from it where like the I'm Spartacus?
Spartacus.
The
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Spartacus. So my dad, another great story about him, but my dad had attempted suicide when I was like 10, right? And after he attempted suicide, they put him in the loony bin, right? And when he was in the loony bin, he was just sane, but that's just what they did. You know what I'm saying? So he's in there, right? And he, what he did is they took roll call every day. So he convinced all the other the members of his ward that he told them that they're Andy Lavelle, right? Because that was my dad's name, Andy Lavelle,
Yeah.
right? So he convinced every one of them that they're Andy Lavelle. So they're doing roll call, right? And they're like, Ben Schwartz and, Mickey Rooney and whatever. Like they're saying like real names, so like Tom Smith and, Jerry, White, whatever, right? And then they get to Andy Lavelle, right? And my dad doesn't say anything. And the one guy says, I'm Andy Lavelle. And the other one goes, no, I'm Andy Lavelle. And the other one goes, no, I'm Andy Lavelle. And then I'm Andy Lavelle. And it started like a whole thing. And they had to get like the white shirts in there to break it up. It was great. But yeah. Yeah.
This guy's the real
His
life.
name was Bob. What is that?
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. One bird
Yeah.
flew over. Yeah.
There's no God, what was
No, his name was
Meatloaf's
Robert
name in Fight
Paulson.
Club? Yeah, his name was
Oh
Robert
yeah,
Paulson.
from Fight Club.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, Meatloaf.
Chuck
Shout out.
Palahniuk ripped that
R.I.P.
shit off your dad.
Yeah. His name
His
is
name
Robert
was
Paulson.
Andrew Lavelle.
Yeah.
His name was Andrew Lavelle.
No, they're just like, I'm Andy Lavelle. No, yeah, it was pretty great. So yeah. Fucking there you
There's
go.
a real mischievous streak in the Lavelle family, huh?
Yeah.
Mom would call you Spartacus a lot, Bradley. I always like that nickname.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, she called me Bradicus.
Yeah.
Based off of Spartacus. She also called me Strong, so like pet names were kind of fun in the
I still call you
they
Spartacus.
hit or miss in the house. Well, he was Justin Christ and I was Brad, damn it.
Justin Christ and
Justin
Brad,
Christ,
damn it.
Brad, damn it, come
Brad-
down here.
Brad, damn it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, your mom's
That is
fucking
good.
smart. That's great. Did
He's
your
gone.
mom ever like do the whole like she's yelling for someone like
Yes.
she'll yell
Yeah, but
everyone-
It was
and
Justin and
she'll yell everyone else's name first and then that person. Like my mom would be like trying to get me. She'd be like, Natalie, Alex, Tom, Matt, get the fuck down here. Yeah,
Yep.
that one.
yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? So, all right. Well, let's keep it moving then. So let's talk about it. Lasmesh. What did you get into last weekend, and what do you got for this upcoming weekend?
So last weekend I did what I promised you guys that I would watch the NCAA
The wrestling.
the
Okay.
nationals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did watch that. I watched Penn State killed it, by
Penn
the way.
State's, dude, the best.
Yeah. So but my favorite match was, his name was Starochi. Is that his name?
Okay.
Starochi?
Sure.
It went into like overtime. That was the best match. It's honestly a shame that they don't promote wrestling better. Like they don't.
So much
like,
action.
if
So
you-
much action.
If you could get like NCAA wrestling on FanDuel, like you could get like good action on those. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
It's cool,
you
especially
get a lot of
betting on
people-
that
You get a lot more
one-on-one.
people interested.
If you could
those
bet on the
matches,
wrestling
dude.
matches, oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But I think
the popularity would skyrocket.
the
dude, I'm telling you.
problem is, I think they can't bet on it is because it's considered an amateur athletic, right? Like I don't think
paid
you
professionals.
Yeah, I don't
Well-
think you can bet on the amateurs, can you?
You
But
can bet on
NCAA,
NCAA like football. and
Oh, I
basketball
guess
and
you're
everything.
right. I guess you're right.
yeah.
But
So,
maybe
yeah.
they shy away from. Well, no, because you can bet on boxing and UFC.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
you
maybe it
can't
was like
bet
a
on amateur boxing in UFC.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
what
in
if-
that
that's why.
sense,
Because they don't get
like
paid.
the
and,
gambling
since it's a
commission.
single person, it might be easier for them to get to. Like
dude,
somebody.
they
to get them
should
to
do the
dive.
fucking like dude, if they did like a book for because it is hard to
Yeah.
predict.
You
And
have an
like
outside tournament that has
also
lines.
also like you could do like use a point spread, you could do a pinfall or
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, dude, oh man, that and like you could even do a dual meet too, like pick a winner of a dual meet, you know, like the one you saw, Justin, where it was Iowa versus Penn State.
Yeah, you do overall. You could do
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah, there's a lot of betting you
You
could
parlay.
do, like
Yeah.
who scores the first points,
Who takes under? Who
Mhm.
takes over?
yeah, what
Yep.
weight, like also the way they do
Stalling calls.
they pick out of a hat the weight that they're going to start at, right?
Yeah,
They
you
used
could
to
bet
be
that.
they start at the lowest and finish at the highest, but you could do like the pick 'em for like, oh, get the weight. Like there's a ton of bets.
Yeah, if you get the whole thing in a row, it's like a lottery hit.
Oh, bro. But dude, it's a fucking dude. If there's a lot of bets to be made, man, that is something that should have. Also, like Liam, I know you don't know a ton of the rules, but a lot of action, right? Like a lot of.
I mean,
lot of
as I
moving
was
parts.
watching and them like set up when they went in, that match went into overtime. And I remember watching like as they set up, and you get down, and when you start on the ground, you have to get away from him to like swing it and like get score points that way and stuff. Dude, it's I mean, I guess it's kind of like a degenerate thing, but like that's exactly where my mind went. It was like, dude, they could like
We're gonna make some money off of this shit.
Yeah, you could totally.
They'd be making ton of money.
Hell yeah.
Dude, especially too, like if you could, I mean, you could do the betting, like if you could get the bets in quickly, you could do it in between periods. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they could live.
They can
bet on
live
that
bet
stuff.
now?
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah,
They'd
you
be
could do
doing-
live bet basketball next to score at like any time.
Yeah. I'll write a strongly worded letter to like FanDuel and
Dude,
Brad
let them
can't
know.
just
I would love to.
Worded letter.
let them
We,
know.
I wish I didn't have so much going on last weekend because I would have
Mhm.
loved to do a live simulcast on YouTube for that. Because
Mhm.
like,
We could
Like
have
what?
somebody on the show make the lines
dude, I mean, yeah.
and run a fictional for fun.
We
book.
could even do like a pot of like, pick'ems. Like everyone throws in
Yeah.
$10. There's a list of them. You pick who you think's gonna win.
Fantasy wrestling.
Whoever
Yeah,
gets the
just do
most
like
right.
a pool. You could do
Yeah.
a pool. There's enough wrestlers and everything to do
Yeah.
a pool,
Yeah. Yeah, but Penn State absolutely dominates.
Yeah, they
just-
dominated.
They're so good. It's awesome to see too, because the Big Ten. So as far as college wrestling goes, Big Ten has always been the creme de la creme, right? Like
Mhm.
Iowa's in the Big Ten, Penn State's in the Big Ten. Like that, as far as the conference, the one Oklahoma. What's Oklahoma in the Big 12?
Oklahoma is
Oklahoma State. They're also really good at wrestling, right? Like they have really good wrestling programs, but. As far as as far as collegiate wrestling, the Big Ten takes it. And then also Like there's like 120 D1 colleges for wrestling in the country, and I think 40 of them are in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? So like PA itself, and then there was a statistic that Cabot put out there of like wrestlers in the NCAA tournament itself and what states they're from in Pennsylvania. And 45 wrestlers from Pennsylvania were in the NCAA tournament, and the next closest state was like 22. So
Nice.
Oh,
yeah, dude, honestly, we were talking about it last night. I would love if they made it more of like a Pennsylvania culture and adapted, like made wrestling as like, because wrestling's big in PA, but like I would love for it to be so big that even like their lay fans like you guys know about it. You know what I mean? Like I just like that. Like I wish they really adapted it more, because it is something to be very proud of, because it's a very tough thing. So, you know, like it's something to be proud of, that you're like, you know, if you guys heard that Pennsylvania had the best ballet dancers, you'd be like, okay, that's cool. But you wouldn't be proud of it. But like to hear like Pennsylvania, like the city of Philadelphia is still the #1 boxing city in the world. And like Pennsylvania is the best wrestling state in the world, right? Like there's something to take pride in that, as like, good, like these fuckers are tough. You know what I mean?
And the one-on-one sports are good to watch, like golf, tennis, boxing, wrestling, like that. It's just you out there.
I love
UFC.
I love
it's that one guy.
Yeah.
And you can win it or lose it.
But like also like the athleticism that you need now for wrestling is unreal. Like one, you need to have a gas tank like you wouldn't believe. You need to be fucking stronger than shit. You also need to be uber flexible. You need to be fucking part gymnast, because you need to be able to flip and turn and all that fucking flying horse shit.
And
and you gotta be fast. Go ahead, Justin.
And it's sad that like this is it. You know, there's not really even anything after this for. I mean, you know, there's UFC and there's fighting and there's you know, entertainment, but there's not a league to go to. There's not a draft coming up, that kind of stuff. And these guys are incredible athletes.
Incredible. They're all world class. Like the thing that sucks is like, yeah, you can go to college and you can go to the Olympics, but you're right. There's no like real wrestling league, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, they try to do stuff. They've done stuff like, dude, they have a wrestling match in Times Square every year. But like these guys that do wrestling as a career, they're barely getting by, some of them. But like what they'll do, like if you listen to Jordan Burroughs, he's considered one of America's best wrestlers of all time. And Jordan Burroughs was on Rogan, and what he would do is he goes to like Iran or, you know, like Belarus or something, right? Tournaments. And they have a tournament, and they'll pay him like $200,000 to go, and he's getting fucking paid. You know what I mean? To go wrestle there. So yeah, so like they can figure out how to make money, but it's never in the US. You know what I mean? But like when they go there, they're treated like, because like outside of the United States, right? Like especially in Asia, oh my God, is wrestling big. It is massive in Iran and India and Russia and, you know, all the Middle East. Like, you know, wrestling is massive big. So big, huge. Like, dude, they're selling out 60,000 seat stadiums for a wrestling match. But it's also different the way they do it. International wrestling is different than American wrestling. But either way. But no, yeah, man. So you're right, dude. I wish they gave it some more stuff. But I mean, I'm glad that people are starting to see it more, you know? Yeah. But yeah. So
yeah, I'll watch it next year for sure. Like I'll next year when they do the tournament, I'll watch it again.
Nice, because we'll be we'll be doing a live stream on it on YouTube. Nice. So very cool. What do you got this weekend though, Liam? Anything?
This weekend, my sister's coming through again.
Nice.
And I will try to.
Does she have a good relationship with your daughter?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's awesome. They do like, you know what I mean? When she comes,
shout out Jamie.
Yeah, it is Jamie. Yeah, shout out Jamie. She came in from Pittsburgh last weekend. It's supposed to be a surprise this weekend. Hopefully she didn't hear any of that. Yeah. But she'll be in this weekend, and it's awesome because they just like, you know what I mean? They have a slumber party out in the living room. I can just go in I got a recliner in my room, so I can just go in there and be completely left alone. You know what I mean?
But like also she gets some much needed girl time. Like absolutely. She needs fucking girl time. She needs she needs an older female role model to help her. That's why awesome,
that's why anytime either of my sisters or my aunt, anytime they ask, you know what I mean? I'm like, absolutely. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or we'll
They need
make
it.
time. You know, so
Because
yeah.
dude, when she's got questions later, she's going to your sister or your
Oh, yeah.
mom, you know, like,
Yep.
and you know what I mean? Like, and that's good that she has someone she can go to. Like, that's awesome. Good dude. Shout out your sister. That's a great move.
Yep.
Awesome, dude. Nice. I mean, well, hopefully, I mean, you know, hopefully she'll be able at that time, you know, she'll be able to go to her mother. You know what I mean?
Well, she's
But-
gonna, but well, fingers
but I
crossed.
don't, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, fingers. And I'm not trying to say that as a negative. I'm just saying that's what best case scenario.
Yeah, agreed. But my sister will be, she's gonna move closer. You know what I mean? So they're gonna
nice.
be, they're
Sick.
gonna move from Pittsburgh to Philly or this area. I don't know if it will actually be Philadelphia, but they'll be
But
either in
closer
Philadelphia
than-
or surrounding area.
Yeah,
Which once she gets closer, I know it'll be like all the time. You
that's
know?
awesome.
Is
'Cause
she
They have a lot
married?
of fun hanging out together. Yeah, she is married.
All right, nice.
Is
Yep.
good.
How do you like her significant other?
He's awesome, dude. I got so lucky. Like
Yeah.
my sisters both ended up with people that are like, you know what I mean? Because it's like your worst nightmare. Like if your
Yeah.
sister marries someone, if they're like a douchebag, you're like, oh god, you know.
I gotta see
Yeah.
this guy 4 times a
And-
year.
And like, I mean, like I'm the dumb one in my family. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So they're like,
Same.
you know what I mean? Like they're adults, so they were very mature. They were very mature about like choosing like their path in life. So I didn't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my brother-in-law, right? Like I love my sister, don't get me wrong, and I do anything she wanted, but she fucking annoys the shit out of me sometimes. But either way, I love her, I'll do whatever she asks. But the only thing I told my brother-in-law is when they got married, like right like after they got married, I went up to him and I was like, look, man, there's gonna be times you're gonna like, I know her, like you're gonna want to hit this bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna want to
You
do it.
said that to him?
Yeah. And I told him, I was like, if you ever hurt her, I'm going to fuck you up. Right. And he's like, he even told him that. And she's like, yeah, he's not lying. And I wasn't lying. I
She's
think
like, and he's not wrong. He's gonna want to hit me.
I will fucking kill him. But, you know, it is what it is. He wouldn't do that anyways. But it's just like, it was kind of like, because my dad wasn't there. So it was kind of like, like a thing you have to do kind of thing. You know, it is what it is. But yeah. So nice. All right. Well, good. Well, dude, shout out your sister. That's a fucking good ass thing she's doing, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, let's keep moving. Young Bradley. What did you get into last weekend, and what do you got for this upcoming weekend, Stud Muffin?
Got into the city last weekend to meet up with some old friends.
Spicy.
And while I was out there, decided to text local friend of the show, fan of the show, listener to the show, Rachel Kathleen Osilis.
Sausage.
Saw Rachel.
It's all sausage.
It was great.
Nice,
Go to the
man.
karaoke
Hung out on
bar?
Saturday. I went to karaoke.
Did you sing?
Okay. Yes, sort
What,
of.
Hell yeah,
what did
Bradley.
you sing? What did you sing?
Yo, I copped the fuck out. So I put on Bob Seger, still the same.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got the whole room going in, and I was feeling good. And then I was just sing along to the lyrics I knew. And then it gets to like that second portion of the song, and I needed some assistance.
Yeah.
Couldn't read the monitor.
Oof.
Now I'm in a dilemma. So I'm on stage. I'm a terrible singer. I've got no point. I should not have a microphone at all. I'm like, I can't fucking read. So I wait for the next chorus of the part I know. Bring the room up and start dancing the microphone off of the stage down to the floor to the people who are singing. Find the loudest singer, pass it off. We're singing together. You're
just
holding
being
the
like,
microphone, and I'm walking away.
Excellent.
No.
Yeah.
Literally let the one who actually knew the words hold it, and then I just left. I
Into the
maybe
ether.
made it a minute and 45 minutes into the song. It
And
was
you
actually
just-
fun.
Wow, dude, shout
Not
out.
the singing part of it. Not the singing part of
But
it.
like the hanging out was cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out. Good music choices. Very a surprising amount of like leather. There's a lot of people in leather vests. And then they would like sing with their face to the corner, and I was like, okay.
Is that a
Like,
Really?
thing?
Like they wouldn't show themselves? They would just sing
I
like,
don't
with their
know.
head down?
Okay, it'd be like this. Singing Creed.
Why
Are they
would
on the
they-
comeback?
I don't get it.
Why? I
They're
don't know. I
probably
can't explain all that.
shy or anxiety ridden to face the crowd, so they turn their back
Could
to
have
it.
been an artistic choice.
Yeah, should have put on
Would've
some
been an
magic
autistic
sunglasses.
choice.
They wouldn't even have seen them.
Through
So,
that.
Certainly
Nice.
brought in my attention.
all right. Well, you were
That
hanging
was
out
fun.
with sausage. Nice, man. Look at you. Couple back-to-back shows, hanging out in the fucking karaoke. Look at you guys. Very nice.
So then I went back to where I came from, my buddy's apartment, and the next morning I managed to miss 2 trains home. 2.
Jesus, riding the rails, dude. And there was a Sunday, so they only come every hour.
Bingo. So I was like, I
Yeesh.
woke up early at like 7. I'm like, I can make the 7:38.
Yep.
Start hoofing it. I'm chucking. I'm only a couple blocks away. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, this doesn't look right. Check out my phone. I've been walking the wrong direction for about
Ugh.
6 blocks.
And you're in Fishtown?
No, so I don't know the neighborhood. I was right around Jefferson Hospital
All right.
is where I was staying. I took a cab
Eighth
to
and,
the
Okay.
I took a cab to the
So where were you
karaoke
getting
and
on?
blah, blah, blah.
Suburban or Market East?
Jefferson
No, I'm saying
Jefferson
what?
Station.
Okay.
Go
All
with-
right.
Yeah.
the subway and
Yeah.
take it up to Fern Rock.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. So I started hoofing it back that way. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna make this one. Get a coffee, get a sandwich. I'm gonna get on the next train, which is at 8:38, right?
Yep.
So it's like 8:36, and I'm like, all right, I can pee, I can go down, and blah blah blah. That train left at 8:32, so
Oh.
6 minutes late to that one. It wasn't
Oh.
on the hour. It was 6 minutes earlier than the last one, and now I'm like stuck. I'm like, I already had a coffee, I already had breakfast. So I literally laid down on the bench in Jefferson Station for like about an hour, just freezing,
Nice.
resting for a while.
So time out. J-Dub, is that your girl?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I've never met her, so tell her I said hi.
that's me. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
drunk. It's girls' night. There's like 8 broads downstairs.
Damn, get him on the show.
You want them all? She was all like, "Hi!" I'm like, "Shut up, you yell."
No, I don't care. That would be a good
You're
interruption.
embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Yeah, I'm doing my podcast. They're all down there. He's like, he's doing his podcast. I was
One
like, yeah,
of
shut
the-
up, hoes.
He does 3 recordings. This dude does 3 recordings a week. This fucking Strunza. He's on.
I just
3
sit up here. I just sit up here and
What does
have
she
a couple
think
drinks
about
and
you doing 3 recordings a week?
I mean,
You do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
it's.
right?
I mean, look, it's good. You know, you don't want too much of me. You know, I'm small doses. I keep myself busy. We do our own thing, and then we
Yeah.
come together at the end of the week. It's nice.
Yeah, there you go. And she has her girls' night.
It's
Nice.
just girls' night once a week. They like rotate each other's houses, and they all cook and make something. It's nice.
Damn.
She's got a good group of friends. It's a good
Yeah,
thing to
that
have.
is a good group of friends.
Yeah.
Fuck. Do you get the leftovers too?
Oh hell yeah! They leave bottles
Oh.
of wine, and there'll be a bunch of
Oh.
tacos down there. I'm fired up.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos. God, I wish I
Pretty
was
sweet
a girls'
deal.
night. All right. So, and then young Bradley, sorry to interrupt you. And what do you got going on for this upcoming weekend?
I'll be researching Bella Reese.
Really?
You hear what
Okay.
he said?
Researching
Yeah, he's
Belarus.
looking at
Oh,
this.
I thought you said Belarus. You said Belarus?
Yeah. I knew you didn't hear him right. I was like,
I thought you
okay.
said Belarus, the country. Belarus, dude. Yeah, research. You're gonna love the research. Love it. Talk about. I'll just say, like, I mean, there's no.
All right, I was entirely.
Yeah, you say that.
The
now.
moment's
Or-
passed.
all you motherfuckers are gonna look up Belarus after this. I don't think you're not. All right, so let's keep it
Checking.
moving. Very nice. Jalen Dub. What do you got going for this up, or what'd you get into last weekend? What do you got for this upcoming weekend?
Last weekend I went to a christening that like I went to the after party at the firehouse. It was down in Delco. It was
Nice.
catered by Roy Tweedy's. I'm not familiar of the
Yeah.
place. Banging.
Really?
I had that Rick Simpson oil. Took a little bit of that before I got there, and they had the Italian pork, meatball, a plate of cheeses,
Oof.
banging Caesar salad, like mixed. You know what I mean? Like heavy
Yeah.
dressing, already mixed, tons of
Love it.
croutons.
Yeah.
Oh, open bar. So like I
Oof.
walked in there, I was like, oh, the best. Like I guess you call them like chicken cutlets, chicken fingers. Like they were real thin and like Italian crumb breaded.
Yeah.
So good. And
Yeah.
then a huge dessert tray. Like
Oh.
these I've never
Speaking
seen
my
this
language.
before. It's a peach shaped cookie, but looks like a peach, like it's round and everything. And then you open it up and there's a frozen custard in there. And it was still frozen by the time. I mean, it had been sitting on the table I ate for 20 minutes. It was still frozen when I cracked it open, and I broke the cookie apart and to scoop the frozen. It's some Italian delicacy, but it was banging.
Oh, sounds incredible.
I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, dude, sounds amazing.
And then this weekend I'm going. Tomorrow actually, I'm going to see Nate Bargatze in Reading. Nate Bargatze. He's got,
on a Thursday.
Hey, Bargatze.
Yeah, Bargatze. Yeah, he's
Bargatze.
I don't know the name of the place. My girlfriend, the one morning, it was like a Tuesday. She just like opens the door. I was still in bed. She's like, "Do you want to go see Nate Bargatze on Thursday?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah." And I she shut the door and walked away. And I later that day, I was like, "Did you say something this morning about it?" She's like, "Yeah, I saw the tickets. You said he was funny, so we're gonna go see him." He's got 2 Netflix specials. If you're not familiar with him,
Yeah.
And one's called The Tennessee Kid. He's real dry. He's clean, and he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's dry, clean. He's funny. I heard him
Nice.
I've heard him on many podcasts. He's funny. He's quick.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, dude. No, I'll definitely check him out. That's awesome. Nice, man. Good deal, dude. Glad to. Yeah, dude. That's great. Nice. Sounds fun. Awesome. You have to let us know how it is. Maybe.
Cool.
Maybe give us a rating afterwards. Have you guys seen any movies or anything that you wanted to rate, or no? Are we not doing that?
Ooh.
What have I watched?
I mean,
I watched
You
the
wa-
Vikings
I
Valhalla
do.
show on Netflix, which was good.
Does anyone watch the Lakers show on HBO?
Oh, I only watched the first episode.
Dude, I didn't think I'd care, because I'm like the Lakers, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Dude, they just introduced, not to like spoil anything, but Pat Riley, they introduced his character to Adrian Brody, the dude with
Oh,
the schnoz, right? Is that who
really?
his name is?
Mhm.
that's it.
Yeah.
Adrian
He
Brody.
is- Dude, I'm really excited for where this show's going. It's really good.
Nice.
I didn't think
John
I'd
C.
care.
Riley does really
Yeah,
good.
he does a lot of fourth wall,
Yeah.
talking and stuff.
Breaks
and
it all the time,
If
yeah.
you don't know shit about basketball, it doesn't even matter because it's good, and it's one of those shows that I know the ending, and it makes me even happier to watch it.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, I'll definitely check that out. I watched the first episode, but I haven't seen the next 2. So nice.
It's good.
I'll be able to see get a couple in a row, which I like. Very cool. All right. Nice.
John C.
Well,
Riley has got to have like one of the highest batting averages of any actor.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's in 1 million movies, and 750,000 of them are good.
dude,
Mhm.
like people sleep on
John
like
C.
Boogie,
Riley.
Boogie Nights. He was in Boogie
Yep.
Nights. He was
That's
in Gangs in New York. He was
Mhm.
in,
Mhm.
and not to mention his comedy, Step Brothers, maybe
Yeah.
the funniest movie
He
of all time.
walks all the line. He does like the musicals. He's in one
He
of
does
them,
that Dewey
Chicago, I
Cox
think.
Dude,
Dewey
Dewey Cox
Cox.
is great.
Walks all-
Hilarious movie.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. The only thing that sucks about Dewey Cox is Tim Meadows was in it, and that guy fucking sucks. He fucking sucks. He's garbage.
I don't.
It's a lady.
Yeah.
Never once
Don't-
paid
don't.
for the weed.
Justin, we're already walking a tightrope about The Godfather. Do not support Tim Meadows. Okay.
I don't have an. That's all that I like Tim Meadows for is the ladies, man.
No, well, it sucks.
He's funny and walk hard.
Oh, dude, I'll blow
You
your
never
mind.
once paid for the weed.
Remember on the episode you said anybody who doesn't like Indiana Jones is like not American and everything. So I will say this. I don't hate Indiana Jones, but I don't I don't give a fuck about Indiana Jones either. I could like take it or leave it. I feel completely indifferent about any Indiana Jones movie.
Matt's face.
Raiders of the
Look
Lost
at
Ark.
Matt's face right now.
Look, I
You
absolutely
know-
love Indiana Jones.
Liam, I'm just, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
It's a cinematic masterpiece. It really is. It's one of
There-
the best movies.
The first
It's-
movie is absolutely
The music-
flawless.
Devil Dude
dun,
is
dun,
a
dun,
wild,
dun,
wild,
dun,
ridiculous movie.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
It is complete
Yeah.
chaos.
Dude, Raiders of the
Liam.
Lost Ark. He's fucking King, Richard the Lionheart's in
Got
Raiders
the
of the
right
Lost
hand of
Ark.
God, yo. The noise
Ah.
it makes. He's like,
Yeah.
And
Did
it's
you know?
nice.
Here's. I think I said this, that the sound effects they used in Rocky 1, when a punch lands, it's either a musket or a cannon going off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
When you
Did
listen
not
to it
know
the next
that. That
time,
is
think
awesome.
I
about
have
it.
to. I haven't seen it in so long. I gotta.
Yeah. Nice. So, okay. So let's keep it moving. We're coming to the top of time. Before we get out of here, Lasmeeshma. Anything you want to say to the Lasmeeshnators before we rowdy 5,000?
Enjoying the nice weather, you know,
Yeah.
be careful while you're driving,
Sure.
and just be kind to each other. Don't be shitty.
Be kind.
Stop being shitty all the time. Everybody just stop being shitty all
the
the
shit.
fucking time,
Dude, especially people like, people who think that their opinions on social media matter. You can go smoke a chode in the party
Agreed.
zone.
Agreed.
Honestly, I'm really on social media to promote this show, right?
Mhm.
Like, that's 100% of the things I post is to promote this show, right? I don't put any opinions out there. And people that do, I don't have time to read it because I have to post on 7 different platforms every day. So I don't want to waste any time. But yeah, I'm with you. So stop hating. Very nice. Lovely sentiment. Young Bradley, thanks for joining us again. Loved having you back on the show. What do you got to say to the Ginger Cocksmen faithful out there? Shout out Belarus. Belarus.
Yeah, I got nothing. Liam said it great. Stop being shitty all of the time.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Everyone, you're not the only one who's miserable. Everyone's miserable.
Yeah.
Be nice to someone else, and then maybe they'll be nice to you. It's all good.
You're not making.
We all got to
things
go to
better.
work. We all want to go home. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's right. We all don't want to cut that last loaf of sweet Lebanon bologna at Redner's.
Yeah.
This is the only time I can get to the grocery store. All right.
Yeah.
Stop being shitty all the time. Life is as good as you make it. Be good.
Very nice.
fuck yeah.
Jalen, anything you want to say to the Dubinators before we roll off, or to the girls' night at your house?
I'll leave everyone with a question. If death were to come down to you and challenge you to a game for your soul, what game would you pick? Preferably a board game, but you can answer however you'd like. We'll return to this answer next week's episode of
I love it. Nice. Yeah.
Ponder Your Fucking Shit.
No, dude, I love that. That's a great fucking send off.
I want to know your answer. It's challenging because I'm pretty fucking good at Guess Who. Pretty confident. I could eliminate down to the categories.
Man.
You know, you can do a battleship.
He's not allowed. Death is not like no magical.
Not overly. Yeah.
death stuff.
Just
He has to play it straight up.
an average
Bill
normal
and
competitor.
Ted rules.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically where I
It's
got
Bill
it
and
from.
Ted rules.
Yeah. He's a
Okay.
normal man of normal intelligence. Nothing crazy.
Okay. I have to think about that. Video games count as well.
No, it's got to be like a game that you play on a table.
Ah.
I was gonna say Lavelle. That was my first thought because my answer immediately was Mortal Kombat. I would
Ooh.
fight death in Mortal Kombat.
Test your
Same.
mind.
Mine would have to
Finish
be.
him.
Well, I mean, are we answering? Or
I'll
not?
accept your video game answers.
Oh,
Do you want to save it for a week, or do you want to know? I mean, we can answer now if you want to. I didn't want to.
Mine would be Monopoly. I'm not gonna lie.
Confident?
I'm a fucking bastard at Monopoly.
So you're gonna
Absolutely.
bore death to death.
Yeah. Or death to death.
Yeah.
Hey, he just flips the
Dude.
table.
It's a war. It's a war
I
of
don't care
attrition,
anymore.
brother. It's a war of attrition. You know.
Death
So,
is the banker. You catch him cheating.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
He's got 20s under the board.
Nice.
See them bony fingers under the board.
What about
Fucking
you,
twisted.
Lasmesh?
So if we're not doing video games, we
You
used to
have a
have some
video
pretty,
game answer?
I do have a video game
What is it?
answer.
Here,
Mario
all the
Kart
answers.
for the Nintendo Wii.
Ah.
Oh,
If it's a video game
Liam
answer,
doesn't fuck
mine's
around.
Red
I've
Dead
never
Redemption 2.
Which
What?
one?
How would you battle him?
Like,
Hey, what are you talking about?
have you done
the online?
Yeah, have you done the online yet?
Yeah, I
Because
know what
it's
you're
an
talking
it's an open world concept, and a lot of times you run into other players. It's like, are you gonna shoot? Am I gonna shoot? Are we shooting at each other? Are we letting each other go by? Right. And then
Nice.
eventually, like if you do shoot at them, then it just turns into like a 20-minute killing each other spree. and I'm
Yeah, 'cause
pretty.
They
and
respawn.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very confident in my abilities in that. So
You can hold your turf down.
yeah, I've done it. I've done it a lot against multiple foes. I've
Hell
taken
yeah.
down several outlaw gangs by myself.
What do you name your horse?
Which one? I have several. I have a beautiful.
What's your main? What's your favorite
I
horse's
have
name?
2. I named them Claire and Montgomery.
So I
Nice.
have one of them. I have is Lenny, which is who I'm using now. Love Lenny. He's God, what is it? The Doddle or whatever the fuck it's called. But he's like a patch, brown and white. It's the highest ranking horse you can get, and I have the highest saddle on it, so it's like the fastest possible with the most stamina kind of thing, right? And then I have a white Arabian. That's great. That's name is Don't Die. Right. Yep. And then I have a thoroughbred. That's God, what the fuck's the third? I think it was like JB or something. I just hit like 2 letters. But yeah. There you go. But Lenny's my guy. Me and Lenny ride out, and I got the you have to get the collector's saddle. And then once you build up their whole thing and you have the collector's saddle, legit, it's the fastest and best stamina. So I fucking fly all over the place on that guy. And you can do like,
but that game is amazing.
Did you play Red Dead, Liam?
Ever. It's the best game ever.
Red Dead
It's amazing.
Redemption.
Yeah.
I remember the first one. I haven't played the second one.
Second one is
I have a Switch, so I don't have.
yeah.
Yo, hell yeah, Liam. There's plenty
might-
of good shit on the Switch.
I know.
Switch is amazing.
I love.
The Switch is amazing.
Dude, so I've been like, I know it's like kind of like lame, but I've just every Nintendo that comes out, I just have, and I just, you know what I mean? Like those games are all fucking awesome.
No.
All right, so like we said, we're coming to the top of time. This has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, coming today by Lyn Dub, Justin Richardson, Brad Richardson, the Ginger Cocksmen, and Lasmesh, Liam Reese. You can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Working Perspectives podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so I can stop asking you to like and subscribe. This has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast, Weekend Pop-In. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend. Thanks. See you. All right, guys. Yep. So let's get back to it. So speaking of video games, Red Dead Redemption 2, best story mode maybe ever. You legit cry.
I'm currently playing the story mode. I'm at the mission where, spoiler alert, if you haven't played it, it's been 5 years, it's on you. It's you rob the bank in Saint Denis and then you end up taking the boat and it crashes. So I'm there and I'm still in good health. So I've just been playing poker, playing blackjack, doing some hunting. Wow. I got all the saddles. Yeah, I've got most of the.
So wait, you haven't
animals.
gone to the island yet?
I've played the game before. I don't want to do it. Like I know what happens during that mission.
after, yeah, you're really like you're at it's
the
at
world
its best.
gets turned upside down
after the island.
This mission. It really goes.
Yeah.
It's a rough road for my
lot of stuff. Dude, so
it gets a little too
how do you play
for comfort.
What vision do you play from? Do you play from like the God view vision or?
I mean, I do front view sometimes, like first person.
Well, I'll say this: I did the God view vision the first time, right? The first time I did it, but I switched to first person view. And it's a completely different, like
especially when you're riding.
It's a whole new experience. And honestly, there's no like the game is faster that way.
You move a lot faster in first person.
And honestly, I don't play any other way now. It's like it's addicting and it's incredible.
Especially when you're because you can click in and have the gun dead in front of you and you can clear. And yeah. It's pretty nice. I got some nice weapons. Got some nice fucking weapons too, baby. Did you get the Panther saddle, Justin? Yeah, the only one I don't have is the rattlesnake one because you got to get 10 perfect.
Yeah, but you got to wait till fucking you get to New Austin.
And that's locked anyway, so I can't get I think there's 2 or 3 legendary animals over there. Mm-hmm. The rat. I mean, you can find rattlesnakes.
The cougars down there, and I think there's a bison down there. Maybe you can't.
And the alligator level.
You can't even get into Blackwater yet, right? Or whatever.
No, that whole I'm still that's not till you're the epilogue.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, those games are like I know that, like, you know, Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 and like all those games are awesome, and like PS5 and Xbox. Like I've had
You
Xboxes
can't have that with a kid
in the past and everything. But like the one thing that's always remained constant is like when Nintendo puts out a new system, like wherever I live, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Wherever I
And-
live.
Yeah, wherever I live, there's gonna be whatever system Nintendo has that's gonna be there. You know, because like you'll never go wrong, no matter who you're with. You'll never go wrong with like Smash Brothers, Mario
Everyone
Kart.
can pick up Mario Kart. Yeah.
Essentially, any Mario game, Mario Party, you know what I mean? Mario Tennis, Mario Strikers. They just put out the Strikers, the new Mario Soccer
Is
game.
that out? I just saw that trailer.
Yeah.
That's
And
out?
like, you know what I mean? Like those games are fucking all like they all belong on the top shelf. You know, like anything where it's Mario and you're playing against your friends and stuff. As far as the multiplayer goes, there's nothing better.
I've been coming over Brad's on Sundays just to play Mario Party.
Nice.
Been great.
Yeah.
And then this week I had a hankering for Mario Kart, and I was like, "Oh, I'm coming over as early as possible on Sunday. And we're carting it up." There's
Dude,
games
so,
just
Liam, this week
consistent.
they released the DLC courses.
For
So over the next like year and a half, up until summer 2023, they're going to release 48 new courses on Mario Kart.
really, I did not
Really,
know
and
that.
they
That's
just put
awesome.
out the first 8 last week. So
Yes.
Justin and I we're racing on that shit. Yeah, you
Yes.
gotta send me your send me your username.
Yeah,
Next
all right.
Sunday, we'll pop you on the multiplayer.
Oh,
Me and
hell
Joseph
yeah.
can do some racing.
Yeah, we're up
Dude,
early.
and I don't know if you guys have
Right
you
out
guys
of
played
church.
Little Nightmares before? Like
Mm.
Little Nightmares or Little Nightmares 2? Dude, those games I've been getting really into. There's a game called Inside. There's one
That's-
called,
Yo! Yes, Inside's the shit.
dude, Inside.
I played. I
If
love
you
it.
like Inside,
And what's the other
Inside
one?
is like a light version of
Limbo.
Little Nightmares. Little
Limbo.
Nightmares is
No
fucking
shit.
incredible.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's like that
deeper.
platformer. Yeah, it's more detailed, it's deeper, like
Hey,
the
I
story's
love that
better.
shit.
Dude, Little Nightmares, it's like a platformer and it's just like puzzles after puzzles after
Yes.
puzzles.
That's
Dude,
I will
those games
download
are
that.
so
tonight.
fucking awesome when you're
Love
by
that.
yourself, you know what I mean? Like you can start and stop anytime, pick it back up. Like
It's no
Yeah.
commitment.
You ever
Oh,
go
the only
Nightmares
time I
2.
played through Red Dead Redemption was when there was like literally a national pandemic in quarantine. It was like,
Yeah,
I
that's what I
have
mean.
8 hours. It's like, I'm not going to load this game for 40 minutes to ride around on a horse. So like
Yeah,
once
so for
like I went back to work, Red Dead kind of went
Yeah.
back to the shelf.
time consuming.
for a long time, I mean,
But,
there was a
like-
gap where like I barely played any video games at all. So
Yeah.
like for me, it's like a no-brainer. You know what I mean? These games are like easy to just
Yup.
like
Pick
do
up.
in short
hop right
spurts
in.
and whatnot.
Yo,
Yeah, it's not a
Limbo,
convoluted
I would
storyline.
recommend to you, Liam, check out Limbo and
I
Grips
know Limbo.
on the Switch.
I know
Yeah.
Limbo.
Yo,
Limbo's sick.
The
Limbo's
people who
the
made
shit.
Inside made Limbo.
made
Yep.
Limbo. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Limbo's
That's
a great
right.
game too.
Hey, that's how I played Limbo, and then I was like, "Ooh!"
Did you play
Inside.
Portal?
Portal's
No.
the shit.
If
That
you
was a
it's like
PlayStation
the
one.
puzzles, like Limbo and like those kind of games. It's fucking awesome. You have a
And it's
you
on
have a-
Switch.
Is
It's,
it maybe?
It might be now, but it was originally a computer.
Yeah, it was
I
PC,
think
and then it
then,
came to
but, like,
PlayStation, Xbox, and
I have it
might-
on my PS3.
What was the other
Okay.
game you said when you said Limbo?
Oh, Gris
Oh yeah, you'd like that
is the
Gris?
shit.
with the colors, right? Is that
No,
game?
it's artsy, it's beautiful, the music is good, and it's just that.
And that's
You
on.
get into
That's on Switch.
that's on the Switch.
Nice.
It's on
All right.
Switch.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Portal, you steal a gun and you
like
drop
at
two
like
portals.
opening price, it was $20. You can probably get it for like 10 now.
Nice.
And it's
Well, if
sick.
Portal's on PC, I'll try to just get that on the
Awesome.
computer. Then.
Portal-
Yeah, Portal's great. It's just a puzzle game.
puzzles.
Nice.
You shoot one color that you can jump in. You shoot this one that you
And then
jump
can
out
go
of.
through the portal
How do you
to
get from
to
A to B?
escape.
Dude, puzzle
That's all.
games are the shit. It keeps
Yeah.
my brain
I'm
from
with
like
you.
completely shutting down. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah,
like if
with
I didn't
you.
at least like practice and do puzzles, like at some point, like while I was at home after work, my brain would just shut down completely.
Yeah.
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 Liam, did you ever end up buying a bike last weekend?
Yo, so I like totally underestimated like like how deep I would get into bikes and everything, and like how much like a nice bike costs, and like so once I go over like maybe like the $300 threshold, well now like I'm gonna do like research and I need to get somebody who knows more about it than me. Yeah, once you're getting that much money out of my pocket, well then guess what? Now like I need to know for sure I'm not getting taken for a ride. You know what I mean?
Well, and you could probably get last year's models for $200 less and get
for the way I view it is that you do have to treat your bike. It's almost like a car in a way where it's like, you know how you have like an auto shop that you trust. It's the same thing for bikes, because bike shops are the same way. They'll fucking hose you. You know what I mean?
This guy, one of the mechanics I work with, his family owns one. Like his dad owned it, and like they've been in like bikes. Like his dad like was in bikes like his whole life and everything.
Oh wow!
So I think I'm gonna go set up with those guys.
Where's that at?
His name's Craig. They're from Chestnut Hill, so I'm gonna
Where's their bike shop?
I'm not sure. His dad does have one though. I'll find out from him where we're gonna.
Nice.
But he's definitely. I figure like if his family is like into it stuff, that's a good place to start. You know?
Yeah, they'll know a good.
Yeah.
So get like a
No, go ahead, Justin.
Are you gonna get like a racer, like a long ride kind of bike? You know, like
I would get a hybrid if you're.
That's what I was gonna say. So far from what I've seen, the research I've done so far, I assume I will land on a hybrid.
Yeah,
it looks like a mountain bike basically.
It's comfortable, but it still has speed and it's durable, but it's like it's just more comfortable, really. Like you have the higher handlebars, the bigger seat. You can do different speeds on them. Like I had a hybrid for a little bit, but
not as heavy as a like a mountain bike.
Right, but you're not using it for that type of terrain either.
Right? Yeah.
Like you can still go to the park.
At our age, like get the good seat,
dude.
Dude,
that's the first thing. I mean. When I got my bike, the first thing I bought was a new seat, and it's like the padded deluxe gimmick that you see on the beach cruisers.
Yeah, dude, I had to buy
fucking it pays
the ice packs in it and shit.
Dude, for the exercise bike, I had to buy like a fucking padded seat for it and everything. Yeah, after like the first couple of weeks, it was like killing me, dude.
Oof, brutal, absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, if they don't have an inventory at their shop, right? Like if they have to order and they make you do that, I have a guy, the place I go has an inventory. So if you want to go there, I'll take you there. And they're pretty good. Like they're the kind so here's the story. For instance, I went to this one place in Glenside to this like hoity-toity high-end fucking super deluxe shop.
There I go.
Right. And all right, night. See you, Justin. And I went there, and what happened was I had some broken spokes on my one tire, right? I had two broken spokes. So I went there, and the dude was like, and it's not even the rubber part, like my wheel, right? It had two broken spokes. And he was like, dude, you need a whole new wheel. And I was like, well, how much is that? He's like, well, for you, it'd be like $100 and whatever dollars. I was like, God, man. And he's like, and we don't even have them in stock. And I'm like, great. And he's like, you can keep your bike here. And I was like, I'm not fucking keeping my bike here. So I went to the other shop, right? That I like, you look up and it's like been around for 30 years or whatever. It's like the neighborhood shop. It's in Frankfurt, right? And like, or it's on Frankfurt Avenue, but either way. So I go there, right? I go there, I give the guy my wheel. He's like, all right, I'll replace the spokes. It'll probably be like $15. I'll have it for you in an hour. Done. Just like that. So like legit, the other place was either they don't know how to do it, or he was legit trying to fucking hose me. So
or his clientele is just so well off that
he's
I can hold on to this for you until you decide to pay us money for an expensive tire.
I can hold your bike hostage until you write my shit
back with fuck you.
Yeah. Dude, but even like my tires, like I had to get new tires on mine. Like if you do have the capability for the bike that you buy, talk to them about tubeless tires and if they're able to do that. Because that's something like worth every fucking, like never having to change a inner tube on a tire ever again. You'd pay the extra $20 or whatever it is to fucking do that. Trust me, it's worth every fucking penny. Yeah, I have tubeless on mine, but mine are also like it's a mountain bike, so it's got like bigger tires and the capability for that. I don't know if hybrids have that capability, but yeah. But dude, there's a lot of good fucking brands out there with a lot of good stuff. Like because what they did was when the pandemic hit, all bike shop cleaned out of inventory, and then they had like a mass order of them, so they made extra of stuff. So now they have like a ton of stuff, so you might be able to get a good deal, and if you know the guy, that might work. But yeah, man. My bike, the frame broke on it last year, and it's a Trek, so it has a lifetime warranty. So I had to send in the old frame, and they got me a new one. And that's
So the last bike I had was a Trek, and I fucking loved it.
Oh, what kind? Do you remember?
It was a mountain bike, but it was awesome.
Probably a Trek Marlin.
Know what happened? I ended up moving into this apartment when I worked at Mariano's. I moved in and the guy was moving out and he just like left me the bicycle. It was a Trek and it was fucking, and I remember like the first time I even rode it, I'm like, oh my God, dude, this thing is fucking way better than any bike I've ever had, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't have a car then because I was, you know, degenerate with no license.
Sure.
But dude, that bike was it was great, dude. Got me like everywhere I needed to go. And it was like perfect for like, you know, like riding in the street and everything. It was nice.
And dependable. That's what you want.
Yeah, it was very dependable.
Nice. All right, man. Well, I'm going to take off, brother.
Yeah,
great
right on.
tonight, man.
Yep. I'll catch up with you.
Hey, and just let me know about your the edits you need. All right.
Yeah, I'll try to have it done by Friday by the time my sister gets in. All right.
Sounds good, brother. All right, man.
All right, dude.
Yeah. Talk to you.